Hey, we're back. What's up, dudes? My name's Johnny Bean, and quick reminder, NAMM Show 2025 is coming up, and we will be there. If you want your exclusive NAMM Show coverage, this is the place you want to be, Johnny Bean TV, so make sure to smash that subscribe, smash that thumbs up, and let's talk some Van Halen news here. You guys, let's do this. All right. Here we go.
Hey, this is Michael Anthony right here, and you are watching exclusively Van Halen on the Johnny Bean TV. Keep it there. Woo! See ya!
Hey, what's up, dudes? Johnny Bean here. This is exclusively Van Halen, the Van Halen Show on YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook, on X, on pretty much, this is an internet show now, you guys. We are all over the internet. Exclamation point S in the chat will give you all the social media links. There you go. So again, smash that thumbs up, smash that subscribe. Help us get to the big 12,500. We made it to 12K. We can do it. We can do this, you guys. Okay. All right, you guys. Sorry. I'm like, I just moved into this brand new studio, as you can see. And I've been like working with the lighting and all this stuff, trying to get this stuff fixed up. And it was cool, actually. I was talking to somebody earlier today who gave me some very good advice on lighting, on cameras, all that stuff. So, hey, you guys, it's all good. But a couple quick announcements, and then we'll get right into the show. As I said, we are live on Twitch, so you can help support with Twitch Bits. We are live on Facebook. You can help support with Facebook Stars. Again, we're live on YouTube. Help us get to the big 12K 500. And if you'd like to send in a text, 415-952-3263 is the number. You can text us, and yeah, it's all good. So let's do this, you guys. Are we here? There we go. Okay, let's head on over to Guitar World Magazine. They have a brand new story here, and let's do some reading. Oh wait, I forgot to say hello to the top tier channel members. Let's do that. Top tier of channel members are Sherman Callahan, CC, Nova 9, Michael Smith, Music Therapy Laz, R-Habs, Warlag, Fairfield Guitar Co., Majestic PB, and JCat. Michael B, your name will be on this list, and Janice Lala, the intern. Channel membership. It's a great way to help support the channel and support these shows. You get your name in green in the chat. You get special emojis of my cat that you can spam the chat with. You get exclusive content. It's all good. Okay. All right. Let's get into this. Okay. Guitar World. Let's see. They have a story here by Matt Owen. Ed Van Halen was a lot more than his tapping solo. Unfortunately, all the other players in LA thought it was all tapping and dive bombs, and they became cartoon versions of Eddie. Pat Travers recalls how EVH gave rise to caricature impersonators. Yeah, that's... Well, I'm glad I wasn't playing the guitar back then. Or was I? Actually, I think I was. I think that's when I started. There we go. Okay, there's a photo. There's Pat Travers. There's Eddie Van Halen right there. Okay, Travers witnessed Van Halen at the peak of his powers, but was able to appreciate aspects of his trailblazing playing style that often went underappreciated by Eddie's peers. Now, if you guys know, hey, if you guys remember, well, back to yesterday, we did a show and we talked about, I think it was yesterday, a couple days ago, talked about Thomas Dolby and how Eddie Van Halen appeared on a couple of his tracks. And one of the things that I remember Thomas saying in an interview, actually from years and years ago, is that he appreciated Eddie Van Halen's rhythm guitar playing, which was something a lot of people really don't think about. Like Pat Travers is saying, everybody just thinks about the dive bombs and the tapping and stuff. Eddie started out on the piano and then drums. He went from piano to drums. So he had amazing rhythm. And as far as the guitar, like he was so much more than just all that. But that's what a lot of people know him for, Okay, let's see. Here we go. Eddie Van Halen ushered in an electric guitar revolution through his innovative and trailblazing playing style. But there was a lot more to his approach than just tapping acrobatics and dive bombing fretboard theatrics. Let's see, I'll read over here. While this was an observation that is widely held by EVH fans of today, Pat Travers, the rock guitar virtuoso, who was around when Van Halen was at the peak of his powers in the 1980s, has discussed how this was often overlooked by Eddie's peers. Speaking a new interview with Guitar World, Travers was asked about how Van Halen's impact his own approach to playing and the wider guitar scene. Okay. In response, he recalled how Eddie's playing gave way to an army of cartoon impersonators who all thought Van Halen's style was exclusively made up of wild and flashy soloing. This, of course, wasn't the case. Now, when I talk to other players who really only know Van Halen for songs like Jump, the mainstream songs that we all know and love. So when I talk to other players, they know Van Halen from those songs, and they know of him for the tapping, for the fast playing. They really haven't really been introduced to, there's so much more to Van Halen's style. And I think as time goes on, I think people will really understand what Van Halen meant to the guitar, to the instrument, to music in general. I mean, rock music, of course, but just to music in general. Eddie Van Halen was like Mozart. He was one in a billion. He was one of a lifetime, and he really he was the best. And I think a lot of people that are weren't around in the 70s or the 80s and that are just now discovering his playing, I think they'll really get it. I mean, it's kind of like when I was a kid, the legend of Hendrix, like Hendrix was legendary, and Van Halen is now, he's a legendary, and it's too bad that future generations, they might not totally understand what he meant to a lot of us, but I think I think in the future, things will. I think everything will be good. Okay, let's see. I realize. Okay, this is Pat Travers. I realized pretty quickly that Ed Van Halen was a lot more than his tapping solo. A whole lot more, he says. His rhythm, his chord choices, his voicings. There was such melodic value to everything he played, which is 100%. 100% the truth. Sure, he had a whole tapping and dive bomb thing going on, but he didn't do that in every song. It was like an effect, but it was very effective. Well, I mean, I disagree with that, because Eddie Van Halen. See, that's what the caricature impersonators took from him. They took the tapping. They took the dive bombing. That's where, like what I was just saying. Future players, guitarists. If you really go back and you study and watch my shows, because I talk about this stuff. I think people really understand how Eddie was so much more than just the tricks. But what Pat Travers is saying here is that he didn't do dive bombs in every song. It was an effect. But the thing is, with Eddie, it wasn't an effect. It wasn't a trick. It wasn't an effect. That was his playing style. He was much more than that, but that was really that was his thing. And when you hear that stuff, you immediately think of Eddie Van Halen when you see the tapping. Here we go. When you see this stuff, you immediately, even though I'm playing a Van Halen guitar, when you see people doing this, that's Van Halen. That's him. So it wasn't just an effect. It wasn't a trick. I mean, maybe I'm misunderstanding what he's saying here, but everybody else, even Van Halen said it himself years ago. People that were doing this, they just do it as a trick. They do it as an effect, as a trick, because that's the only thing they can copy. They couldn't copy, his right hand, his rhythm. That's one of the things that made him different than everybody else. He had a rhythm inside him that very, very, there's stuff that he did I can't do. Let's see. Unfortunately, all the other guitar players in LA thought it was all tapping and dive bombs, and they became cartoon versions of Eddie, which is true. There, I mean, this was the solo right here. I learned how to play from watching that. That was it for me. This. They're calling it Eruption Guitar Solo. It's Eddie's solo spot from Live Without a Net, 5150 tour, 1986. All that stuff. Yeah, again, the tapping, but not just that. I basically myself, I learned how to play the guitar just from watching this. Now, I don't mean just this one clip. I mean the entire video, the entire home video, the entire concert. I learned a lot from that. And Travers' sentiments concerning cartoon copies of Van Halen are shared by Eddie's son Wolfgang Van Halen, who recently discussed how his father kind of ruined the '80s guitar scene. A lot of people are kind of they're misunderstanding what Wolfgang was saying there. Because I run one of the larger Van Halen Facebook groups. We're called Exclusively Van Halen. Feel free to join us over there. A lot of people are posting these quotes, and they're saying, "Oh, Eddie, what do you mean he ruined the music scene?" Well, I mean, what Wolfgang was saying here, and which is the truth. Well, let's read it first, and then. In a way, Dad kind of ruined the musical landscape, because instead of everybody wanting to find out who they are, they wanted to be that, meaning they wanted to be Van Halen. And I get it. I mean, when I first picked up the guitar, yeah, I wanted to be Van Halen. I wanted to play a striped guitar. I wanted to do all that, you know? And that's fine. You know? People play an instrument for different reasons. Not everybody plays to write their own music. Not everybody plays to there's different, different reasons. If you want to play Van Halen, music, Van Halen guitars, or that goes for anything, really, anybody. If you just want to copy somebody, that's fine. That's fine. But as an artist, the more influence you take from different places, and you turn it into your own thing, that's really, to me, that's what it's all about. And so what Wolfgang was saying here is that everybody in the 80s, they saw his dad and they just wanted to be that. And so that's why you had so many impersonators, doing the tapping thing as a trick. See, for them, it was all a trick. It wasn't really the way they played. With Edward Van Halen, that was the way he played. The tapping and the dive bombs. I mean, he invented all that stuff. Let's see. Wolfgang said of Van Halen's guitar chops, people focus on the guitar playing, but overall, it was the fact that Dad is a great songwriter, which that's the bottom line, is Edward Van Halen wrote songs. A lot of the bands in the 80s that had the hotshot guitar players that wanted to be Van Halen. A lot of those bands now, where are they now? They're Let's see. Head over to Magazine's Direct to pick up the latest issue of Guitar World, which features the full interview with Pat Travers. And again, this is from Matt Owen, senior staff writer at GuitarWorld.com. There you go. So, there you go. Pat Travers talking about Edward Van Halen. And let's read some comments here, and then I'll wrap it up. Alex Radford, Halen and Van Hagar and Sammy and Chickenfoot. Oh, I think that was from another comment. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Alex Radford, I meant there was a lot of Van Halen that wasn't known, but was. It's more the later years. People only think of him as tapping dive bomb grandfather. Right. Bob, always remember Ed in interviews from 78, 79. He said rhythm. Yeah, it was always about rhythm with Eddie. Because he started out on piano, which to be a great piano player, you have to have rhythm. There's no hiding that. There's no bending. On guitar, you can bend a string, On piano, there's none of that. You have to have rhythm to be a great pianist. That's what Eddie was. And then, of course, he went to drums from there. And same thing. Hey, Sean, what's up, man? Let's say hello to some people here. Lewis, my reaction to the first hearing Van Halen on first album, of course, Eruption, was like listening to Yngwie Malmsteen for the first time on his Rising Force album. Both blew me away. That's cool. You have the Vibe Collector on Twitch as background music. I do? Oh, Janice, thank you. Mammoth is like Van Halen evolved. Oh, definitely. Wolfgang Van Halen and Mammoth it's the next step in Van Halen music. Now, a lot of people that a lot of major Van Halen fans can take that the wrong way, but that's the truth. Wolfgang is a Van Halen. The music he's making now, which is his own, is Van Halen music. And it's his generation of Van Halen music. Let's see. What's up? Colt 5150. Cool avatar there, man. We like the Wolfgangs. What's up, Johnny? You got my Call of Duty updated. Right on, man. We should play later. You guys, we do video gaming over on Twitch every night. Join us on Twitch. We have a great time. We have a great time on Twitch. In fact, we're live on Twitch right now. So you can actually watch these shows on Twitch. I'm wearing a Twitch t-shirt right now. Look at that. There we go. So yeah, follow me on Twitch. Rob Hines, channel member. I love Mammoth. Dude, I love Mammoth too, man. Alex Radford, Mammoth is good, really good. Yep. Billy Ray, hello. Cool avatar there, dude. That's why piano is the rhythm section of a jazz band. Yeah, exactly. You know? Absolutely, Janice says. Sean says, me too. Yeah, you have to have rhythm to play piano. And Edward's main instrument. The truth is, drop a comment below if you disagree. You know, if you're watching this on playback or in the comments over here. The truth is, I think Van Halen's main instrument was always piano. He was always writing on piano. In fact, some of his some of the greatest guitar riffs, I think, were actually written on piano first and moved over to the guitar. And again, that's a songwriter. You know, somebody that writes songs. You know. So let's see. Say hello. Say, yeah, Lewis is here. Colt, Peggy. Hey, Peggy. Welcome. Yeah, Alex Radford, Call of Duty. Yeah, let's play later, man. That'll be cool. Peggy says, I think you're right. Alex Radford. But I mean, with people my age, we weren't listening to Van Halen as much as a lot of Pantera, Metallica, Dragon Force, the Guitar Hero, the video game era. So we didn't see as much Halen, but I grew up with. Yeah, I mean, Van Halen is, you know, Van Halen was big, and I mean, really in the 80s, you know, with David Lee Roth. You know, 84 era, so mid 80s and then 90s, you know, early 90s with Sammy Hagar. And, you know, we'll talk about this for a minute and then I'll let you guys go. I'll make this 30 minutes, the show. The thing is, music, the music scene is always changing. It's always different. In fact, right now, get it? I think the Video Music Awards are on. You know, MTV, and it's a whole different generation of songwriters, musicians. You know, I was watching some of it earlier. You know, I'm a huge fan of a lot of newer music, and actually, I listen to a lot of newer stuff. You know, as a musician myself, you know, you have to. You can't just be stuck in just the one era of, you know, as a musician, you know, or if you make your own music, you have to listen to a lot of stuff. Hey, Nicole, what's up? Good to see you in the chat. We're live. Nicole, what do you think of the new studio? Pretty cool, huh? Look at this. Although it's already growing rodents. Rodents are somehow getting in here. There we go. All right, you guys. I'm getting the Wi-Fi signal. Internet's getting kind of weird. That's what happens certain times of day. Internet gets kind of strange. But hey, this is as I was saying, this is a podcast, so it doesn't matter how it looks. As long as you know we sound good. That's what all that matters. But we're on Spotify as a podcast. So you can listen. You can listen to these shows. We have a great time. Great time doing the podcast. Let's see. Still looking sound good. Okay, Alex, thank you so much. Yeah, with StreamYard, I get the notification that, hey, this stream is acting weird. Although I do see it because I have 3 monitors in front of me, and I do monitor what the stream looks like. You know, so as long as you guys can hear us. Yeah, we're still there. Beanified Studio. That's rad. I need to do some lights in my room. Rob Hines is saying, yeah, man. Yeah. We got cool, you know. It's a cool vibe in this place. It really is. You know. Let's see. It's really a this really is a podcast studio. You know, it's video production, podcasting, gaming. Well, I've got a guitar workbench over there, you know. Let's see. Okay, we'll do this, and then I'll let you guys go. Okay, Peggy said... yeah, every time you mention a magic word on here, magic happens. Okay, James says it's... I think what you're saying there is it's Steve Vai cutting in. So Steve Vai is one of the magic words here. So if I can find it, we play it. Oh, you mean this?
Johnny.
Huh?
Hey, Johnny. I'm over here.
Over where? Who is this?
I'm over here.
Who
Over here,
is
Johnny. Hey, Johnny. How you doing? This is Steve.
Steve Vai? I think that definitely was Steve Vai. And he was cutting in. That's all good. That's all right. Must have good reverb there, Alex. Oh, you're talking to Alex. People still wonder how I get good sound when I have a washer and dryer behind you. Dude, that's your rhythm section, man. The washer and dryer. Make that a part of your music. See, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. If you make music, if you write songs, use, anything you can use to create with. That's how you do it. That's what I do. So, okay, you guys, I'm going to make this an even 30 minutes. Thank you for hanging out with me, you guys. Thank you for I just said that. Oh, we're getting text messages. Hang on one sec. 1 second. We got text messages. Who's this? This is Rob. Oh, Rob just sent this in. Here, I'll show that. I'll show this. This is on his bench right now. Look at that. Dude, that's a nice workbench, man. Look at that. Working on a guitar. There you go. Yeah. There we go. Sorry, it's a little blurry. There you go. Dude, right on, man. And you even sent me a photo of your sandwiches and cheese sticks at one point. Actually, those do look really good. I've barely eaten today, so that actually looks amazing. All right. It's telling me my internet is weird, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up, smash that subscribe. Help us get to the big 12,500. Next step in the world of Johnny Bean. We can do it, you guys. We can do it together, and it's awesomeness. Okay, so if you'd like to help support the show, PayPal is where we can do that. PayPal.me/JohnnyBean. Facebook, you can help support with Facebook stars. Twitch has Twitch bits, as I was saying. And hey, a super thanks. Drop a super thanks. There's the icon right there on any one of the... How many videos do we have? I think we have over 4,000 videos on the channel here. Drop a comment on any one of those videos with a super thanks. And that comment will be highlighted on that video. And I have videos on the channel here that have hundreds of thousands of views and still get thousands of views every month, all the time. It's like 24 hours around here. So it's all good. Billy Ray. Yeah. Smash the like button. Smash it. Smash it, you guys. All right. All right, I'll let you guys go. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys on the next show. As I said, I've got a brand new studio here, so I can do shows anytime. And so whenever I see news, I'm like, oh, that's interesting, you know, or interviews, you know, whatever. We'll do them. So drop your comments below. What'd you think? What'd you think of what Pat Travers was saying about Van Halen? Drop your comments below. Okay? All right. I'll see you guys on the next show. If you want to hang out, I'll be over on Twitch doing some gaming. Come on over. Hang out with us. We have a great time. See you on the next. Lewis, I can't read the rest of that because the part of this, my screen is like covering that comment. There you go. See you on the next, Johnny. There you go. There you go, man. All right. You guys rock. I'll see you guys on the next one. What? By the way, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Lori Tucker. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. We'll play her ID and then we'll get out of here. All right, you guys. Actually, here we go. Let's do this. There we go. Look at that. All right. I'll see you guys on the next one. This is... Oh, yeah. Channel members. Thank you for your continued support for this channel and these shows, you guys. Thank you so much. Channel members. All right. See you guys later. Happy birthday, Lori. All right, you guys. Johnny Bean TV. Bye-bye.
I just want to be like, how old are you? Hey, it's Lori Tucker and
Johnny Bean.
and we're here at the forum and we're going to see
Sammy
Sammy
Hagar.
Hagar. And you're watching Johnny Bean TV. Stay tuned.